Who the one from Indiana was?
I do. I'm sitting right next to him. But before I ask you a question, Josh, do you have any questions for me?
Are you wearing makeup?
I am wearing makeup.
Oh, okay.
You?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Why Ohio State?
Really, because the coaching staff and the players are just like a family to me. I just really appreciate them, after I committed, welcoming me, and just all the texts that I got from the players and the coaches congratulating me. It just really was a heartwarming feeling in my body. So,
part of the recruiting process are coaches coming to your home.
Yeah.
Tell everybody that's watching, when Coach Day came to your home, what was it like? What did he say? What did you and your family have questions for him?
Yeah, well, he pulled up in our driveway, and me and my mom were kind of like, we were like, oh my God, it's Coach Day, it's Coach Day. And yeah, it was really surreal when he walked in, and we just started talking, not even about football, just about family and how it's important just to be a family. And once I get over there, that he's like reassuring to my parents that he's going to be okay.
You know, Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach.
Yeah.
I heard Archie Griffith tell the story over and over again. When he made a home visit to Archie Griffith, he never talked football at all. It was always about everything else. Did your family have questions for Coach Day?
Yeah, just basically academic questions or dorm or room or questions like that, and he answered them. But just really, it was more about just getting to know me and my family.
How about assistant coaches from Ohio State making a visit?
Yeah, they'll make a visit later. Coach Stud and Coach Wilson, those coaches, I'm really looking forward to them coming to my house, and we're talking. Yeah.
Have you seen those two guys coach?
Yes, I've seen Coach Wilson. He's pretty chill, but Coach Stud, when he gets on the field, you don't want to mess with Coach Stud when he's on the field.
Of all the people that you asked for help, other than your family, who was the person that you trusted to tell you the truth in the process?
For me, it was probably my head coach, Coach Weller. He really trusted me and trusted everything I did, and I personally just went to him for help and was like, hey, where should I go, or what should I do? And he just said, pray and talk it over with your family and him, and I just made the decision after that.
From 2 linemen to a running back, Howard?
Well, we'll keep talking about offensive linemen and Paris Johnson Jr., and he's a top 10 prospect, and it's a reason that he's so good. You watch his footwork. He plays very low, drives people to the ground, really wants to finish, but he's such an outstanding athlete. You see him pulling, finding his way into the hole and being able to dip down and bend at the knees and the hips to be able to make plays. He does an outstanding job, and I'm really fascinated to watch him continue to develop as a big offensive lineman.
How about this? Ohio State has the top 2 receivers in the country on the per 24/7 Sports.
Just not right.
Jackson Smith-Njigba, number 15 overall player in the country on 24/7 Sports, number 28 on the composite. A guy who had a huge senior season against some really good competition down there at Rockwall, Texas. Every time we saw this guy, he was making big plays. He's a 4.5 guy speed-wise, but what's maybe even more impressive, 3.91 shuttle. He has outstanding side-to-side ability, and you can see that with the way he creates separation on film. How about another offensive weapon? How about more wide receivers? Mookie Cooper is a guy who's probably going to play that H-back position that Curtis Samuel played, that Paris Campbell played. He actually did not play as a senior because he switched high schools, but when he was at Trinity Catholic, which is the same school we talked about earlier with some of those Illinois guys, he was one of the biggest play guys in the state of Missouri. Can run away from defenders, really, really good pass catcher out of the backfield when he was playing tailback. Ohio State's going to move him all around the position, and it's just an embarrassment of riches at the skill positions for the Buckeyes.
Alan, would you be offended if we talked about a linebacker on defense?
Not offended.
Jeez, I mean, how many wide receivers are you going to talk about? Cody Simon, 6'1", 218 from New Jersey. Nebraska was basically the biggest competition. This is a guy typical of Ohio State linebacker. He can run, but more than that, he can accelerate, which you see him on this run through. So he's got really good speed, really good body control. Here you see him on the pick 6. This is an athlete who can run, who can defend the spread, because that's what most linebackers have to do nowadays, and it's difficult to do if you can't run.
The Buckeyes are bringing in the #1 wide receiver in the country, the #1 center, the #1 offensive tackle, and the #2 kicker, and that's just scratching the surface of the talent that they are bringing in.